Hey y'all, and welcome back to Beta Corner, where as always, I show you betas and prototypes of pretty cool games. Today we're going to explore the many Sonic the Hedgehog 2 prototypes. We'll look at changes from early versions to final release, unused content, scrapped items, and more. So sit back and enjoy as we explore the many prototypes of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Before the final version of Sonic 2 was released, several prototype versions were created during the game's development. These prototypes offer us a pretty unique glimpse into the evolution of the game and the creative process behind it. These prototypes are a very fascinating look at how Sonic 2 evolved over time and how the developers experimented with different ideas. They are also a very valuable resource for fans of the game who want to learn more about its development. But enough background. Let's actually get into the prototypes, because I know that's what you're all here for. So let's get started on the Simon Y prototype. The Simon Y prototype is a version of Sonic 2 that was discovered by Simon Y, hence the name. This version is known for its differences in level design, as well as unfinished zones, such as the fabled Hidden Palace Zone. Hidden Palace Zone was intended to be a two-act zone, where Sonic would convert to Super Sonic after collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds. However, it was then changed to one act before the developers eventually scrapped the zone, and instead, the player would access Super Sonic regardless of which zone he is in. Next, let's dive into the sprite differences found in the prototype ROMs. In these early builds, Sonic sprites were quite different from the sprites we actually got. One example is his walking sprites having 12 frames compared to the 8 frames he has in the final game, making it appear smoother. Another example is his running, showing a swirl effect in his legs to emphasize the speed, which I honestly really like. Like, come on, it looks awesome! Anyways, Sonic's skidding animation is quite different in these versions. It starts out pretty normal, then he turns around and starts pushing in the other direction. The beginning of that animation was actually later reused in Sonic Mania. Along with that, a very noticeable and slightly off-putting adjustment is the goal signs for Sonic and Tails, as they have been turned to face forward like Eggman, rather than them not being turned to the side. Other small changes include Tails' jumping sprite not having a shine to it, Sonic not moving up and down when pushing something, and many of the sprites are being taken directly from its predecessor, Sonic 1. On the topic of sprites, there are actually quite a few unused sprites. One interesting sprite is an unused sprite sheet of Sonic turning. The developers may have intended for Sonic to visibly turn when changing direction. There also exists a sprite of Sonic pulling or possibly carrying something. As with every classic Sonic game, there also exists a grayscale death sprite for Sonic. There also exists leftover sprites from the game's Cheeky Cheeky Boys, a Genesis port of a side-scrolling action game by Capcom. And there you have it, folks, a closer look at the prototype ROMs of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I have been working on this for so long. I'm so glad to finally get it out. It has been taking way too long. I've been putting it off way too long. Overall, this has been a whole lot of work, so I really hope you enjoy it. And I really hope you like and subscribe, because it'll definitely help me out. And if you think that you like some of this stuff, make sure to check out some of my other videos, because I'll be posting more of these kinds of videos. So yeah, with that out of the way, thank you. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you here in whatever my next project is. Goodbye for now!